Welcome back to the channel, everybody. This is Maple Bacon here, and I want to give you another tutorial on Tropico 5. So, Tropico 5, as we all know, there's a lot of different things that you have to basically balance. You have to balance your economy, you have to balance political, you have to balance the other superpowers. You have to balance all these different things, right? You have to balance your infrastructure, your roads, your building, your teamsters moving resources across the island, right? But there is one statistic that if you could manage to balance this one statistic, you are more likely to be able to have a successful Tropican paradise than any other statistic. Now, everything is important, but if there's one tip I could give you, if you could balance these two numbers right here, you've got your unemployed and then you have your open jobs, right? So if you have 4 unemployed people, that means that you have 4 people that could be working, but they don't have a job. So, and then if you have 0 open jobs, so basically what this means, there's 4 unemployed people and there's 0 open jobs. That means I should have 4 more jobs. That means I should build something that's going to take up 4 more jobs. And then as soon as I build that, now there's going to be 4 open jobs and 4 unemployed people. So now if those unemployed people are, if they have, so they're either going to be illiterate, grade school, high school, um, college, or postgraduate. If they have the education that they need for the job, then they're going to fill the position, right? So if you can get that unemployed to 0 and the open jobs to 0, you're always sitting pretty. If your unemployed is 15, you want your open job to be 15. Now, here's the problem. If you have like 100 unemployed and you have 0 open jobs, you obviously have people just sitting around doing nothing. You're not making any progress, right? But if you have also, on the flip side, if you have 100 open jobs, right, and you have 0 unemployed people, that's very bad too. Maybe possibly even worse than the latter, because that means now you have 100 open jobs, but you have nobody to fill those positions. So what happens now, right? You have all these jobs being open, nobody's running them, so you're losing productivity, you're losing money. And then the other problem is, since you have all these open jobs and no people to work them, all of the buildings on your entire Tropico are going to be like half full, or some of them aren't going to be run at all, depending on how much money they make. If it's a favorable position, an unfavorable position, depending where if people are actually going to work there or not, right? So certain jobs will always be like filled, but certain jobs people won't work if they don't have to, right? So where you have 100 open jobs, nobody's going to be working those bad jobs, which means you're probably not going to be making any money. So if you could keep these two numbers as closely together as possible, that would be the biggest thing that you could have to help your Tropico expand and do well. If you guys have any questions about that or any other questions about what more you could be doing, just leave it down in the comments, and thanks so much for watching. Bye bye.